Well, one thing's for sure, you will not go hungry at We Fest. There are great chefs all over the campgrounds here in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Bruce and Ted have been cooking up this fabulous Texas chili for the past 6 years, and it is unbelievable. While I dive in, it's time to catch up on some of the top stories making country headlines this week. After blowing away audiences on the road, Carrie Underwood is delivering her theatrical show to the comforts of your own home. With nearly 100 minutes of footage, the Blown Away Tour live DVD, available now, gives everybody a front row seat, and even more exciting, your very own all-access pass to backstage footage that's never been seen until now.
I definitely wanted the Blown Away Tour to be bigger and better than the Play On Tour.
With flying stages, over 20 songs, and an on-set tornado, Carrie says the sold-out tour was more than just a show.
I like to say that this tour, you're not coming to see a concert, you're coming to see an event.
Tune in next week when Carrie takes us behind the scenes of the tour and explains why her closet became one of her favorite spots out on the road. It was last year's Song of the Summer that had everyone wanting to roll their windows down. Now, 1 year later, Florida-Georgia Line's Cruise is far from putting on the brakes. The duo has officially broken the record for the longest #1 on the Billboard Hot Country Singles Chart after holding the top spot for a total of 22 weeks. And that's not all.
My window down, my seat back, my music up, and we ride. Her legs up on my dashboard, and that's just the way I lie.
After combining sales with the single smash remix featuring hip-hop star Nelly, Cruise has sold over 5 million downloads, making it the third best country digital song ever. Congratulations, guys.
And the radio, get your radio.
I hope it rains on you, maybe a little bit of lightning too.
Well, when it rains, it pours. And if you're an ex-boyfriend of Jana Kramer, you just might want to take cover. The newly engaged artist has one thing on her mind: revenge. When it comes to her latest music video, I Hope It Rains.
I said, I don't want to do any acting. I just want to have fun. I want to, get my band guys in the video and just do stupid stuff. It shows a different side of my personality because I started, with Why You Wanna, which was very whimsical and slow. So this now is like, this is who I am. I'm sass, with a little class.
And while causing a little bit of havoc at an old flame's wedding day while in the midst of planning her own nuptials to fiancé Brantley Gilbert might not sound like the best of plans, Jana says she's not worried about that little thing called karma.
Karma is a bitch, but here's the thing. We're covered whether it rains or not, so we'll be good. It's all good. We have backup plans.
And in case any of Jana's real-life exes get any ideas of their own, well, the bride-to-be has this to say.
Oh, I hope not. That would be a bad day for them. Brantley would kick some ass.
After beating the summer alongside Brad Paisley, Lee Brice will step out onto his own with his very first headlining tour, kicking off October 10th in Boston. Featuring hits like I Drive Your Truck, Hard to Love, and his current single Parking Lot Party, Lee's 15 City, The Other Side Tour will include a fan talent contest, as well as performances from special guests Tyler Farr and Chris Lane. For more information on how you can become a part of the show, visit HeadlineCountry.net.
If I never met a woman like you.
And finally today, sad news from Music City. Country Music Hall of Fame inductee-elect Cowboy Jack Clement passed away at his home in Nashville last week after a battle with cancer. He was 82. The Memphis native began his career in 1956 as a producer and engineer for Sam Phillips at Sun Records, where he worked with Roy Orbison, Carl Perkins, and Jerry Lee Lewis. He produced Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire, and as a songwriter had his work recorded by Dolly Parton, Ray Charles, Elvis Presley, Charlie Pride, and Tom Jones, just to name a few. Earlier this year, the Country Music Hall of Fame announced he would become the newest member. His official induction is set for later this year. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and friends. When we come back, Cracker Barrel honors some of Clint Black's biggest hits and maybe a few new ones. finally this week, we catch up with one of the most popular stars from the early 90s, Clint Black. It's been a while since we've heard new music from Clint, but thanks to Cracker Barrel, fans are going to get to relive some of his biggest hits and experience some new music as well.
Singing in the chorus when I need more verse. Not everything's gonna go my way.
The saying oldies but goodies proves to be true when it comes to Clint Black's latest project. The singer-songwriter has teamed up with Cracker Barrel to create When I Said I Do, a CD collection of 11 hits from his past, plus a few new tracks you don't want to miss.
Just like the rain.
Well, I found a Cracker Barrel executive in my backyard looking for me. They asked, and there were so many reasons to say yes, and this was a great chance for me to just to sprinkle a little bit of the new music out there, and to be able to tell the fans right where to go to get it. So it's great to be able to send people there, recommend the fried okra, and my new CD. Now, some of the songs I decided to take that second shot at and see what would I do differently. And then there were a few songs where I was just so happy with the way I did it originally that I went to great lengths to try and reproduce what I had done before.
And that's just how you made me feel.
You know, You Made Me Feel was originally inspired by Tony Bennett, and I later thought, you know, I'll take this back to you know, my home place and do it as a traditional country song. And the same with Our Kind of Love, which I really wanted to aim at bluegrass originally, and asked Carolyn Dawn Johnson to sing it with me, and made it decidedly country.
It's our kind of love, I'll bet they're together everywhere they go.
Writing or co-writing every track on the album and producing all but one in his home studio, Black found inspiration in a variety of forms, including a picture that sparked the emotional She Won't Let Go.
Inspired by this incredible photograph of these soldiers lined up at attention, about to deploy to Iraq, and the little girl wouldn't let go of her daddy's hand. And Frank showed up one day and said, let's write this.
Make this whole thing go away and just come home. She won't let go.
A year later, we were working on guitar overdubs, and he showed up at the studio and said, you know, our staff sergeant's back home. He had done his year in Iraq and made it back. Now, our song had the happy ending we wanted, but it wasn't guaranteed. So it was a great relief when he made it home.
As for Clint's own happy ending, the veteran hitmaker says he'll let the fans decide how his 2013 recordings hold up to the originals.
It's hard for me to say. I could go back and forth one day to the next with which one I like best.
You can pick up Clint's new album at any Cracker Barrel restaurant and country store, or online as well. Well, that's it from the 31st annual We Fest in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Until next time, keep up with everything going on in country at GACTV.com, headlinecountry.net, and on Twitter and Facebook as well. Take care, everybody.
You better get to getting on your goodbye shoes and go.